Welcome back. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Rise of the Ronin. There is a bonding system that is so critical to your gameplay and the story that I'm super interested about, and I want to discuss with you guys and share some secret tips and tricks that I already have just for you as we go forward from here. Now, this system is very cool. Before we get into breaking it down fully, I do want to talk about the overall game. This game right here is an open world game with 4 areas. Okay, you have 3 cities and the countryside, and you have 2 characters that you're able to create and swap between at any time you want. With that in mind, you have the AI that you can bond with, create relationships with, doing favors for them, side missions and missions and things like that. And that will elevate them and then unlock a lot of things for you. Okay, that is a simple way to put it. Now, all of the things that it will unlock, there's too much to get into, but we're going to talk about the core and help you understand why it's key. First of all, in the story, there's branching narratives and also multiple endings. So your decisions and actions in the game will affect everything. So this is something to pay attention to as well, depending on what you're doing, if that matters to you. But if you're like me, you want to make sure you unlock everything. And today I want to talk about that and give you guys a little bit of a preview on some of those systems and then how they work and how to enhance everything within the game. Okay. So as you can see from this footage, these guys are working together. They built the bond. Next thing you know, that will unlock 1 level or 2 as you go forward. So that is helpful because you're going to be able to use them in fights and then also unlock weapon, gear, and so much more. And in this game, since there's different schools that'll help you unlock new move sets and new weapons and so on, you have to pay attention and do the right thing. And we're going to take a moment and stop right here so you can have a look into the ally list. Okay, this is where it's all at. This is the most critical part of the game. Okay, now as you can see, there's an ally with strength, an ally with dexterity, charm, and intelligence, I believe. And all of those are critical parts for your combat and your playstyle. So, depending on who you're bonded with and what mission you're on, you might want to swap each of these in between. And there is a system for right before you start a mission that you can change everything. So, right in here in the preparation, you're going to be able to select your ally and then go from there, picking your weapons and all of the most important aspects. It's very critical. Okay. So, this is going to happen before the missions, and then from there you'll be all set. So very critical to understand that. And we're going to start off with the one and the only right here. It looks like one of the first guys you'll be bonding with, and he has a level 4. He has amazing charm with a 96, very high. And then what you want to pay attention to on the right, the bond bonuses. Okay, this is a critical part of the game, and I mean super critical because it's attached to the weapons you get and the things that you can do. Okay, and the way I know this is because I happen to play a video game that has a similar setup. Okay, guys, this right here is Wulong, made by Team Ninja, the same team who made Rise of the Ronin. And then this right here is their system as well when it comes to the ally. Now, this is a little bit different than this game because all you have to do is just have them on your team and you will unlock all of the items within this specific character. And there's some great stuff, whether it's the weapons, the armor, and also other important effects. Okay. And then you can have them on the field. But this is just a small preview to what I believe they're building on, and that's going to be coming for Rise of the Ronin. And that's where I want you guys to pay attention to what they're doing here on this specific chart. It's a lot different than what you saw in some ways. Okay. But now, yes, you will be unlocking things just like the other one, and yes, you have a bond system, but these allies you're able to play and swap between for help, which makes it interesting as you go forward. So I love it. I think it's very cool. Again, each of them have unique aspects. This guy's a lot more intelligent than the first guy, and this is where the game is going to be special. You can see right here. And so I'm curious about what you guys are planning to do with this aspect. As you can see, we can swap back and forth and basically finish off an enemy together or just beat them down, combining back and forth. This is a great mechanic. I think it's going to be a lot of fun visually, just cinematically going forward. So super interesting, and I love what I see. Again, this is going to affect your story and it's going to affect your gameplay. This is not just something simple. They made it deeper than the Wu Long system that I just showcased, where your story narrative is affected by it depending on how deep that bond is, how much you've unlocked with the gear, and so much more. Okay. Now, I wanted to talk about something that's very important: the 3 combat styles. Within this bond system, there's Ten, aka the sky, there's Chi, which is earth, and then Jin, which is human. All right. So all of these combat styles have their own advantages and they have their own weapons. And then it depends on who you're fighting, right? To get the upper hand, you're going to probably be able to parry against specific enemies way better and do more damage with a particular combat style. Okay. And there's a whole deep system when it comes to the combat that I do have a video for that you guys can watch after this. But I just wanted to get into a couple more details that are super important. Again, it is an open world. You have the freedom to go out there and to do what you please. But remember, enhancing your weapons, so maximizing it, is going to be critical. There's actually a school and there's a place for you to train and work on your skills as well. So the game was requiring you for these kind of things. It's telling you go train so that you can enhance a specific play style, and that's very important. So I want to just take a moment to show you some of this information as we go forward. As you go and you build those relationships, you unlock everything I'm talking about, and you open up your skill tree, aka your martial arts. You're going to have 4 of them, which are right here. That's super important. We talked about that in the combat guide. And what's important for the relationship part of it is at the bottom of this specific stance, it's telling you enhance conditions. You got to build a bond with this specific character and then also train with him to achieve the novice ranking. Okay, so these are critical things and a new system to really open up for the players to enhance their playstyles. Plenty of little details that are going to be super helpful as you go forward when you're playing this game and unlocking the specific playstyle. So for me, I will focus on one, get it to the max, and then work on another one along the way. Of course, we're going to have guides on how to, what is the best ways on the channel. This is just hopefully a helpful tool to help you when it comes to the bonds and relationships and how to build going forward. Hope it was as helpful as can be. We appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and watch the combat guide if you haven't already. We do have other guides in the channel for Rise of the Ronin. We'll see you out there. Come co-op with us on our live streams. Peace.